Good afternoon, everybody. My name is DJ Mixture, aka Dave Mixture. DJ, house music lover, owner and boss of House Fusion Radio, housefusionradio.com, and all-round positive, fun, bit of a geezer, definitely an old raver. Anyway, welcome along. This is my new weekly insight into many different aspects of my life, from music, from running House Fusion Radio, all that kind of stuff. I thought it was about time I actually did one of these vlogs. Had a bit of influence from the likes of got his name now, Dwayne, who does the Ibiza guide. He's all over Instagram and YouTube. Guys like that, I find it very interesting vlogs. I think it's a good way to show people what you're doing, etc. So anyway, be all sorts in my weekly vlog. Might be weekly, might be daily, might be fortnightly, depending on how things are going. Generally, you know, from sort of travelling to gigs, parties, although I don't do as much as I used to, which again you'll find out later on in the vlog series. Do they call it vlog or blog? That's an interesting point, isn't it? Anyway, let's start with today. There's a House Fusion Radio t-shirt, the old t-shirt, by the way. We are getting some new ones. So here I am, it's Thursday, May the 9th, and I'm walking in the beautiful sunshine Thursday afternoon in my newish surroundings of beautiful Hampshire. I've been living here and working here for just under a year now. Obviously I used to live in London, moved out of London, so expensive, and kind of wasn't really enjoying London as much as I used to, so decided to come along to this part of the world and do my job and live here and enjoy the beautiful sunshine, the nature, a little bit more peace and quiet, which I really enjoy. So anyway, if you don't know who the hell I am and you think, who the hell is this four-eyed git on my screen, on my socials, waffling absolute garbage? Well, I'm Dave Mixture, aka DJ Mixture. I've been DJing for now close to nearly 30 years. I love house music, I love music in general. I love sport, I love cooking. I'm a chef, by the way, by trade. That's my day job, weekend job, so to speak. So many stories to tell you, unbelievable. I'm out of stories. I could literally be talking for 10 hours on this right now, going through everything, but this is obviously episode 1, so just want to keep it nice and simple, don't want to be waffling too much. But yeah, I mean, my music background basically was same as quite a lot of people in their 40s, sort of my generation. Obviously this was all before the time of digital and, you know, record box and controllers and CDJs. Back in my day, music was either on a record player, cassette, or coming out of the radio, and that was my influence really. Radio. I remember my dad buying me a little transistor radio back in the day. I think I must have been about probably 10, 11. That moment changed my whole life, literally. So yeah, I had a transistor radio. I used to tune into the sport, and then I discovered these pirate radio stations that were playing mainly on the weekends, playing this kind of hip hop, kind of acid jazz, rave, happy hardcore. Yeah, so I'm just passing a school, by the way, if you're wondering what the background noise is. So yeah, that kind of got me started really, and then it was onto bought myself a double cassette player. Do you remember them? The old double cassette player with a big red record button, and if you had a really fancy one with those TDK cassettes, what they used to do, which was really hilarious, because they were 90 minutes, 45 minutes on each side. So what you do is you'd set it, and you'd have a little clip button at the bottom that did the automatic reverse, change it over to carry on recording. I must have hundreds and hundreds of those tapes floating around in the loft at one of my previous dwellings, should we say, or at my mum's place. Hundreds of them, all labelled. Remember, put the labels, a date, Centre Force, name of the DJ. So mainly the stations was obviously I was living in London, so it was mainly my favourites were obviously Centre Force 88.9, then you had Shine 87.9, obviously you had Dream FM 107.6. I mean, I can even remember the frequencies. There was another one called Unknown FM, which was really good. There was there was literally loads, but I kind of stuck to the main four that I always enjoyed, which was really good fun. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of how I got into it, and then got into the, obviously this was kind of the early 90s, buying vinyl, listening to all these DJs, Radio 1, Danny Rampling, Love Groove Dance Party, Pete Tong, Essential Mix, and all that stuff. So I thought, right, I need to get some decks. So I remember going to my local electronic shop, should we say, and I remember it was very funny. I walked in, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was just like, I want decks, and they obviously, I couldn't afford the proper Technics 1200s, no chance. So I brought KAM, K-A-M, bright red belt drive turntables with a 2-channel mixer, horrendous colour, but they were my first decks. And then I remember connecting, I still can't work out how I did it. I connected up my my double cassette player to the mixer or something, and somehow managed to record onto tape, which was really funny because the sound quality was